So you told us your name and you told us your birthday. Where were you born?
In Amsterdam, New York.
Could you describe growing up in Amsterdam, New York when you were little?
Well, yeah, a little bit. Well,
Is Amsterdam close to New York City or is it far away
well,
from it?
it's 16 miles from the General Electric in Schenectady
Okay.
and 32 miles from Albany, the capital.
And so you were growing up during the Depression years.
Yes, I was.
Were you aware that there was a depression on? Did your family have problems because of the depression?
Not that I know of.
So you had a fairly normal childhood?
Right.
What did you enjoy doing when you were little?
Oh, playing around and doing sports and all that.
Did you have a favorite sport?
Yeah, softball.
Softball. Were you a Yankees fan?
Oh, yes, very much.
Did you ever go to games?
Yes. In fact, my wife and I worked at the municipal stadium during spring training, and every time the Yankees came, George Steinbrenner, the owner, we got to know him pretty good, and my wife, he took a liking to my wife. Of course, George is married, you know that, and he thought, well, these are pretty nice people. And one time, my daughter was going to get married that year. He says one of his associates with money to give to my wife and says, have your daughter have a nice wedding. And I thought that was very nice of him.
Wow, so that's not like the George Steinbrenner we heard about all those years with the Yankees. He was
Well, you know,
tight with money and mean and
to me, I think he was a great guy. I mean, he did things that people we don't even know about that he helped. You know,
So where did you go to high school?
Amsterdam High.
So did you have a good time in school? Did you not like school?
Well, I wasn't too crazy about school.
Did you have a favorite subject?
Reading, writing, arithmetic. I was pretty
Did you
good.
play sports in high school?
No, I didn't.
What did you do for fun?
Well, I go fishing with my son, and go to ball games and all that. You know, football games and so forth.
So where were you when you heard about Pearl Harbor?
I was still home.
Do you recall hearing about it?
Yeah.
Did you have any idea what they were talking about?
Oh yes, I sure did.
Had you heard bad stories about Hitler?
Oh yeah.
Do you recall what you'd heard?
Well, that he was crazy. I know that, and he just didn't care about anything.
So what did you do after high school?
After high school, well, I got a job, and at 17 years old, I enlisted in the Navy.
So you enlisted, you weren't drafted.
I wasn't drafted, I enlisted.
So why did you want the Navy?
I liked it.
Had you ever been to sea before?
No.
Ever been on boats?
Oh yeah, fishing boats and all that.
Okay, so these are really big fishing boats.
I love the water, yeah. I guess they are.
So, so you chose the Navy.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that's like in terms of when you joined. Did you join and you were immediately going off to basic or boot camp, or was there a time in between?
With the boot, well, there was. I enlisted in '43 after that school, and then I was called, went to training, and we're waiting there for orders and everything.
Did a lot of people from your graduating class enlist at the same time?
Well, there was 3 or 4 of my friends that went with me.
Did they all go into the Navy with you?
Yes.
Did they go to boot camp with you?
Yep.
Wow, that must have been nice.
Yeah. Well, couple of them went someplace else, and one or two of them came with us. But where they were after that, I don't know. I lost contact with them.
What was boot camp like for you?
Well, it was new. It was different. I got used to it, though.
Were your drill instructors really harsh with you, or
No, they weren't. They were very helpful.
did it make sense to you what they were doing?
Oh, yes.
Did you have any problems in boot camp? Like, was it tying knots? Was it, did you any particular thing that?
No, I had no problems at all.
So while you're in boot camp, you're going to go into the Navy.
Right.
Did you have a kind of ship you wanted to be on?
Not really. Just put me on a ship, that's all.
So when you graduated boot camp, today when people graduate boot camp, parents come down and they watch their kid graduate and the whole bit. Were your parents able to do that, or were you far away?
Well, we were in Florida
Oh.
at the time, where my boot camp was.
Where in Florida?
Sampson.
Oh, it's kind of a long way for people to go.
Uh-huh.
So after you're done with boot camp, did you immediately ship out to your next duty station, or did you go home for a little bit?
No, we went on furlough for 30 days.
And what did you do while you were on furlough?
Oh, went home, meet all the people. Glad to see my family again. It's the first time I was ever away from home, and it felt good to get back again to see them.
Was it hard to be away from home?
In a way, it was, till I got used to it.
So, I just asked, did you have a girlfriend at this time at home?
No,
No? So nobody special waiting back for you at home other than family?
no.
Okay. So where were you ordered to go first? Did you go for more training, or did you join a ship or a boat?
Well, we were waiting. They sent me to Boston, at the Farco building in Boston. Is where they get ready to put you on a ship. And we were there for maybe 2, 3, 4 months before I was assigned to the ship.
Did you go to any Red Sox games?
Red Sox? No. Unless they played the Yankees at spring training.
I would just think if you were in Boston, you want to go see the Red Sox play, but no?
No.
Yankee fan all the way.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right.
So, what ship did they send you to?
Well, the ships that they put me on, we had to go to London to get the ships because England had loaned us 4 ships, which were called the LCF, Landing Craft Flak, and we had to get them out of to get them all fixed up,
So you had to get across the Atlantic over to England.
Right.
What was that trip like? Were you worried about U-boats?
No.
Did you have any duties on the ship that was transporting you over to England?
Yeah, cleaning decks and so forth. That's about it.
So, were you on a massive troop ship or some other kind of ship?
No, just a regular ship.
So I've heard stories when people were being shipped across the ocean that there were so many guys on these boats sometimes that people would get in line for one meal,
Right.
and they would eat their meal, and then they would get back in line for lunch. It was just that crazy. And down below, the decks were just filled with guys. Was that your experience?
Yes, I would say so.
Was it an easy trip?
Well, yes and no. We had a little bad weather at one time, but then it just passed through.
Now, was this your first time on a big ship?
Yes.
Did you maybe rethink your decision about the Navy?
Oh, no.
No.
No, I just wanted to join. That was it. I loved it.
How was the food on the ship?
Pretty good.
Was it an American ship?
Yes, it was.
So, when you got to England, what was England like for you as an American kid who'd never been that far away from home?
Well, that was different, believe me. I don't know. It's just it was a lot different than it was in the United States.
Were the people friendly?
Yes, they were.
Can you give me an example of some way they made you feel comfortable?
Well, they welcomed me, welcome all of us, and everything. And at the time, if you remember, the Germans had these buzz bombs,
Mm-hmm.
and we could hear, we could see them. And when you hear them, you want to duck and get under cover. We went through that too.
Did anything hit close to you?
No,
Was it scary?
it was for me. Yeah,
Was that your first real sign that you were in a war zone?
yes, sir.
And did you go around? I mean, you said you were in London, but when your ship docked, you docked in Portsmouth, I assume?
Yes, that's probably right.
And did they put you in quarters nearby there, or was it, was it like far out from town? I mean, how often did you get to London?
Not too often.
So what were you doing while you were there?
There were things there that you could go to the parks and so forth, meet people, and they were all very nice.
Did you go on any dates?
No.
So when you go back to the Navy side of things, I'm assuming you're there in 1940, like early 1944.
Yes.
So were you part of the exercise at Slapton Sands at all, where they did the mock invasion that went badly?
Yeah.
So in that particular exercise, there was a German E-boat that came in and caused a little havoc and things went on. Did you hear any of that? Did you see any of that?
No, I did not.
So the ship that you were assigned to,
Yes.
LCF-3, carries smaller boats, right?
It's a small boat. It's really a gunboat.
So the LCF then is like a landing craft,
Right, that's really right.
but then that's carried by a larger ship. Because you didn't cross the channel just in a landing craft. You were part of a bigger ship, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, this here is it's a small ship. It's really a gunboat.
Mm-hmm.
It had 4 20 millimeters and 2 40 millimeter guns on them. It was a small ship. It wasn't big, but it was all right for sailing,
But when you're getting close to D-Day,
Right.
they brought everybody down and they started filling up all the ships with troops and equipment and everything.
Right.
When did you know you were a part of something big?
Well, when we hit the beach, Omaha Beach.
But the day before when everybody's loading up, nobody was like,
Nobody
this is it?
knew. Nobody knew except the skipper. We didn't know where we were going or what was going on.
So it's just another day.
Just another day, right?
So I imagine early in the morning on D-Day, you guys had to get up and get ready.
Oh yeah.
Was it early?
We were ready. Oh yeah.
So on the morning of D-Day, you're on the big ship, okay, getting ready to go into your LCF. They got you up early?
Oh yeah.
Fed you a big breakfast?
Oh yeah.
What do you remember about that breakfast?
Well, it was good. We had eggs and so forth, and we were ready to go.
So I don't know how it works, so I'm going to have to ask you. I've met people on battleships and aircraft carriers and cruisers, but in a landing craft, usually they're carried by a larger ship. They have to be lowered into the water, or something has to be done so that they're going to be in the water. How does an LCF get into the water?
Well, it wasn't. Another ship didn't carry us.
Okay.
We just sailed there. It was big enough, for ocean duty.
Okay. So, as you're pushing in towards the Normandy coast, did you see all the planes up above?
Oh, yeah, a lot of them.
What did that look like?
Oh boy, scary, I'll tell you that.
Why is that?
Because we knew what we were in for. We knew that something's going on, and it kind of scared us.
So those planes were going in ahead of you guys,
Oh yeah.
and they were dropping bombs. Could you hear the bombs?
Oh yeah.
Was the sky lighting up and everything with the explosions?
Oh, I guess so.
So what do you do when, I'm guessing you're 18, 19 years old and you're going to see something like that? What does that do to you?
Scares me, I'll tell you that.
So as you're getting closer and closer and closer, what was the range of your biggest guns?
Well, we were like 300, 400 yards offshore. And our job was to patrol the beaches, go back and forth, to draw enemy fire. The 4 ships that were doing there. And so the big ships in back of us could see where the firing was coming from. They would locate them and then they would bomb them.
Were you in close to the first wave or were you a little bit further back?
And we were close to the first wave, yeah.
So, again, as a history teacher, I can only imagine what you saw. And could you kind of clearly see what was going on the beaches? Or were you far enough that you didn't see much of that?
No, we were quite a ways off.
So, did your ship shoot at the defenses on the beach?
Well, my buddy and I were on a 20 millimeter. My buddy was shooting. Yes, I never got to shoot the gun.
What were you doing?
Loading, feeding him the ammunition.
Was it a constant rate of fire, or was it once in a while just to pop off, or?
Oh, every so often, yeah.
So you're cruising back and forth.
Right.
Which beach?
Omaha.
You were Omaha Beach. So you're cruising back and forth,
Right.
and the Germans are shooting at you, I assume.
Right.
What's that like to be shot at?
Not too good, I'll tell you that. Well, we were lucky though. Nobody got hit.
That's how big that was.
Nobody got hit or anything. But the one time there, they fired at us from the gun turret, and we had a bomb go over our bow, and another one go over our stern. That's the closest that we ever got to getting hit. The reason why I think of that was that their gun didn't lower any more than it did. It just went so far down, and we were close enough to shore that we didn't get a hit.
I can't imagine what that must have been like.
That was scary.
How long were you cruising back and forth like that?
Oh, 3, 4, 5, 6 days.
So, at the end of D-Day itself, you're still close to the shore, or do you pull further back?
No, we're still close.
So how long were you at battle stations?
Oh, quite a while.
While you were at battle stations, what happened if you needed to go to the bathroom or you wanted to eat something? How did that work?
We didn't think of that. We were thinking about our lives.
So you went all that time without eating and everything else. Were you all day long, and then into the night? And did you sleep that night?
A little bit.
Probably was pretty scary to fall asleep.
It was.
So the second morning, D-Day +1. You wake up, you're still right near the beaches again. Is it back and forth again, doing more of the same thing?
Right.
Or, so I would assume after D-Day itself, on D-Day +1, there was a little less shooting going on.
Right.
Because obviously the troops had pushed inland.
Right.
How many days did you spend going back and forth like that, trying to draw fire?
Like I said, 4 or 5 days.
Well, I know that I read an article that said that once the shooting largely stopped, that you guys then had to start bringing casualties back.
Yes, that's right.
Were you expecting that?
No. When the fighting stopped, our skipper says, anybody want to go ashore, take a look on the shore? So my buddy and I went ashore, and we went into the gun turret, the gun that they were firing at us, and there was still a shell in the gun that they didn't take on. They didn't shoot because the Americans scared them away.
Wow.
And so I told my buddy, I said, let's get out of here. Maybe it's a dud, who knows, you know. So we go back to the ship, and when we get back to the ship, the skipper says, you go pick up some of the wounded, bring them aboard, and we'll transport them to the medical ship. So we did that 2 or 3 times, bringing wounded to the medic ship.
So did your LCF land directly on the beach?
Yes.
So like it lowered a ramp and you just walked right out?
Oh yeah.
How long did you spend on the beach doing your look around?
Wasn't too long.
So just as an aside, when you were back in Normandy a couple of weeks ago, did you happen to go back to that gun emplacement, or did you not know where it was?
Oh yes, we did. I showed my son. I said, so here's where, you know, everything happened. And I showed him. It says to the left over there is where the gun turret was. And it was such a feeling going back there again.
I imagine you felt pretty lucky.
I did. I really did.
So when you went onto the beach on D+1 to do your look around, what did it look like?
Well, it was just a regular beach. That you know. Well, like I say, there was we saw all the wounded and all the dead. It wasn't a pretty sight. But as far as the beach, it's sandy. That's all I can say.
So as you went ashore and you came across the first person who was wounded, did they ask for help? Were you able to help?
Oh, we were able to. Oh, yeah. No, they didn't ask. We just went there and got them and put them aboard ship.
Did you have to help provide any kind of first aid, or was that already been done by corpsmen and medics?
You're right.
So they weren't just people you pulled off the beach. These were people already somewhat stabilized.
No. They were wounded.
Right.
And I don't think there was any medical thing on them, you know. So we just took them and put them on the ship. Just brought them to the medics.
Now, I imagine were they coming ashore or coming on ship with stretchers, or were you just like picking some up and coming back? How did that work?
I can't remember if it was stretchers or we just picked them up and carried them. That I can't remember.
Do you remember I mean, I hate to ask the question, but it's for the history books. Do you remember any really bad casualties?
Well, there were some guys that their legs were shattered and their arms, and they bleeding from the head and all that. It wasn't a good sight.
Were you guys on the crew supposed to help them, or well, I should ask, was the hospital ship far away?
Not too far, no.
So how far did you have to take them from the beach to take them to the hospital ship?
Well, let's see. Maybe a half mile, a mile.
Okay. How did they get from your ship onto the hospital ship?
From our ship to the hospital ship, well, they had their medics get them off. And we helped them help.
But what I'm asking, like, if you had a shattered leg, you weren't going to walk on that.
No.
Was there like some sort of a lift that brought them on? Or?
Well, they had stretchers and so forth, yeah.
And you went back and forth 2 or 3 times like this?
Yes, sir.
What did that do to you to see that?
Well, a boy at 17 years old, I didn't wasn't too good. I never saw so much blood in all my life on the deck. And after we got through with them, we washed down all the blood off the deck. It wasn't too nice, I'll tell you.
So you're patrolling back and forth for 3 or 4 days. First is the day with all the gunfire. The second day, you start picking people up. You're picking more people up, I guess, the next couple of days.
Right.
When did you leave the Normandy area?
Oh, wasn't too long after that.
Did you go back to Portsmouth?
We went back to Portsmouth, yeah.
Were you given any kind of leave or liberty or anything like that to give you a couple of days to sort of just forget or to decompress?
Oh, yeah, they gave us a couple of days.
When you guys were talking about it amongst yourselves, was that pretty much all you guys were talking about, do you think? Or were you talking about other things?
Well, mostly that, yeah. Mostly the war. We were very lucky.
There were other ships that I guess were not as lucky?
You mean the LCFs?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I don't know what happened.
Okay.
We just lost contact with them.
So after being at Normandy and seeing all of that happen, you go back to London. What do you do next? Do you go down and get ready for another invasion in southern France, or do you do something else?
No, we go back to our home base and wait for another ship. And I got on a PCE 900, which was a patrol craft escort. And our job was to go out in the ocean and stay there a month at a time to see if there's any ships that were lost or planes that crashed, and we would go to them. We never had a ship, of course, but we did go to a plane crash, which was miles away from us. Our skipper got a call that there was a plane crash, told us about where it was. It took us quite a while to get there. It was miles away. Finally, we got there, and there was 5 or 6 bodies laying there, all drowned. And we called back and told them that we found them, and we gave them the location, and they came, and they picked the men up. So we had no room to get the men, because they probably have to be refrigerated, you know.
Mm-hmm. So 5 or 6 guys, probably something like a bomber or a transport.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Wow, another sad story that you're having to see. You've been to D-Day, now you see this.
Yeah.
As a 17 or 18-year-old kid, that's a lot to take in.
I guess.
So you would go out for a month at a time, as you said, on your PCE, and you'd go cruising around looking for downed crews or ships that were lost. In the downtime on a ship, what do you do?
We fish. We do. We call sharks and everything. And after that, the guys would jump in and go swimming, but not me. I'm not going to swim with sharks around.
Okay. Now, when you caught the fish, were they for eating or just for the fun of it and you threw them back?
Our cook cooked them one time. It was terrible. I don't know if you knew how to cook it, but we didn't eat it.
Even with fresh fish?
Yeah, even fresh fish.
So what else did you do besides fishing?
Well, we joke around, play cards, and so forth.
So this whole time that you're over there, when I'm talking to a veteran, I mean, here I am. I'm talking to you, Ed Sandy. Your name is going to be, in the books. But did you have a best friend that you palled around with?
Oh, yes.
What was his name?
Spiro Mahalis.
Tell me about him.
Well, him and I got along very good. We were bonded together, and he died just a little while ago, and I miss him so much. I went to visit him. He lived in Winter Park, Florida. I went to visit him a couple times, and he was a guy who was, you had to like him because that's the kind of guy he was, you know. And I don't know. I just missed the guy. That's all.
So, what was something special about him?
Well, I like his humor. He was a good cook, and he liked to grow vegetables and so forth.
And he sounds like he was a Greek guy.
He was a great guy.
So, where was he from?
Well, he lived in Winter Park, Florida.
But, like, where did he grow up?
That I don't know.
Did you ever have any problems understanding or getting along with people from different places? You were from New York, but you know other people were from different places. Were there ever any problems like that?
Oh no.
Was it weird, sort of meeting people from all over?
No, I like to meet people.
So after your time on the PCEs are over, what do you do next?
Well, I was ready for discharge. And, I've been in the Navy 3 years, and I got discharged in March on his birthday, and glad to get home.
Was it March of 45 or March of 46?
46.
So was there any chance you might have been going to the Pacific?
No.
No? So I read that you came back to the States. You got on the USS American Legion, and then we're going back to the States. Why did you come back to the U.S. in late 44, early 45?
That I don't remember.
Okay. What was it like coming back to the United States from being overseas?
Good. Very good.
Why?
Well, I had nothing to worry about anymore. And I just glad to be home with my family.
Where did you come into? Was it New York, Boston, Philly?
New York. That's what it was, New York.
So were you up on the deck looking at the Statue of Liberty like other guys?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
What did that mean to you?
Oh, it meant everything. It meant everything to me to be back in the States.
Probably seeing that was probably one of the more emotional days in your life.
One of them, right.
Were your parents waiting for you at all? Did they know you were coming?
Well, see, my parents was my brother and see, my mom died when I was 9, and my father died when I was 15. So I lived with my brother, and he had 5 kids, and it was hard for him, you know, to come. So, but there was other people there.
Were you mustered out there in New York City when you came home, or did you have to wait a while?
We had to wait a while.
Okay, I'm going to pause it here. Just